most welcome to an English language class. This is for Form 4 and Form 5. Today we'll be looking at speaking, which is a paper for the new SPM format. So the code is 1119/3. This is the speaking paper, and then you can see that it is paper 3, which is for speaking. Paper 1 will be for reading, paper 2 will be for writing, paper 3 is speaking, and paper 4 is listening. So let's look at the component. Remember that the code is 1119/3 and the timing 13 minutes. Number of items which will be in the paper is 3 parts. And then the task types, you have interview, you have individual long term based on text or verbal prompt, and then you have discussion based on mind map stimulus and further discussion tasks. Okay, let's look at the weightage. It is 25% of the overall candidate grade. So the CEFR main focus will be B1 to B2 in the CEFR range. Let's look at the overview. The speaking test is taken by all Form 5 students and it constitutes 25% of the overall candidate grade. So it's the same for the other paper. Reading and the use of English will be 25%, listening 25%, and writing 25%. The SPM speaking test is paired format, so there are 2 candidates who will take the test together. There will be 2 examiners, and then one is called an interlocutor, who is your subject teacher, and the assessor. Both will mark the test in situ. The speaking test has 3 sections, all aimed at the A2 to C1 CEFR range, with a variety of tasks to elicit different types of spoken language. The duration of the task is 13 minutes. So let's look at part 1. Part 1 is an interview, time 3 to 4 minutes. Let's look at the interaction pattern. The interlocutor interviews the candidates. The interlocutor frame provides all questions for the interlocutor. So there will be a set of questions that the interlocutor will ask the candidates. And then the candidates have to respond to the questions. Let's look at the functions. It is giving factual information about oneself, like your information about you. Maybe you'll be talking about the present circumstances. You'll be expressing opinions, explaining and giving reasons, talking about future plans, talking about past experience. Now let's look at part 2. Part 2 is individual long-term tasks. It will take 3 to 4 minutes. So the pattern will be an individual long-term task. It will be 1 minute with a listening candidate. So the candidate will respond to the question about 20 seconds. Input here will be spoken rubrics, written prompts given in candidate booklet. And then the discourse features: sustaining a long term, managing discourse, coherent or clarity of message, organization of ideas, accuracy and appropriacy of linguistic resources. The functions for the candidate will be talking about past, present or future experience, explaining and giving reasons, expressing and justifying opinions, describing people, places and situations. And the last part is part 3. So part 3 will be a discussion task, 4 to 5 minutes. Candidates discuss a task based on a mind map. Then they have a decision question to discuss. Candidates are given a topic with a central focus question and surrounding ideas to help them. So this is the mind map. And then the discourse features turn taking, because this is a discussion, and responding appropriately, negotiating, initiating and developing topics. Functions for the candidates will be you have to explain and give reasons, then exchange information and opinions, express and justify opinions, negotiate agreement, make and respond to suggestion, and discuss alternatives. Now let's look at the SPM assessment skills. So the skills are, we have the interlocutor, the overall spoken performance. Interlocutor can give the candidate 1 to 6 marks. And then for the assessor can give marks according to the categories. You have grammar, vocabulary, and communicative competence. So each from grammar will be 1 to 6 marks, vocabulary 1 to 6 marks, and communicative competence also 1 to 6 marks. So the total will be 24 marks. Now let's look at the speaking paper. It is from the Ministry of Education. First of all, let's look at the plan. So you can see the picture here where you have the interlocutor. He or she is your subject teacher or the person who is teaching English in your class. And then you have candidate A and candidate B. The assessor is an English teacher from another school, so he or she is appointed. Part 1 will be general questions. Let's look at some of the questions. The interlocutor can ask you questions like, what's your name? And then where do you live, or where do you come from, or how do you come to school? So these are the general questions. There are some more questions here. For example, what do you normally do after you wake up? What do you usually do after coming back from school? How do you spend your leisure time? What do you do on weekends? Okay, these are some of the general questions in part 1. Now let's look at part 2. So part 2, there will be 2 questions. Candidate A will get a question on family celebration, and candidate B a question about a person you admire. So candidate A will be asked to talk about a family celebration you had recently. And then there is a booklet given to this candidate. And then the candidate will have 20 seconds to prepare. Once the candidate has completed the task, and then the question will be given to candidate B. Example, what was the last celebration you had? Did you have a good time? Why? So candidate B has to answer this question. This is the example of a rubric for candidate A. So it is on a family celebration. So this is in the candidate booklet. So let's look at the question. Talk about a family celebration you had recently. You should say what the event was, what you did there, did you enjoy yourself, why or why not, why family celebrations are important in Malaysia. Then we have candidate B, who's going to talk about a person you admire. So when candidate B has completed his or her task, candidate A has to answer a question. Example, who do you admire? Why? So this is asked to candidate A. Now this is the question. Talk about a person you admire. So candidate B will have this page in the booklet. Talk about a person you admire. You should say who this person is, what this person looks like, why you admire this person, if you think it is important for people to have good role models, why or why not. For part 3, which will take 4 to 5 minutes, both candidates A and B will be given a question. Example here will be online shopping. So you have 20 seconds to prepare. There'll be a mind map, and then there'll be bubble slide for reasons. So once you have finished your discussion, you'll be given another minute. So this is for you to choose the most popular or the best reason for people to shop online. Let's look at the question. So this is a question. Online shopping, you can see a mind map. So this is in your booklet. So candidate A and candidate B, the suggestion will be candidate A can choose 3 reasons and candidate B can choose another 3 reasons. Example here, why do people shop online? So there are 6 reasons. Maybe candidate A can choose follow the trend, no crowds and time saving, while candidate B can take wide variety, convenient and better prices. So at the end of your discussion, you have to choose the best reason. Now let's look at the summary of the reading paper. So part 1, you will have general questions, 3 to 4 minutes. And then you have part 2, where you get one question, you have to speak for 3 to 4 minutes. Your answer task in the rubric. The task will have WH questions like what, who, why, if, why or why not. Answer one question from the interlocutor about the other candidate's question. So now for part 3, you have question 2. Time 4 to 5 minutes. You have to choose 3 reasons or 3 ideas or information, and then you have to discuss. And the last part will be to choose the best reason, idea or information. Now let's look at some sample videos.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm Puan Alawia, and this is my colleague, Puan Nur Shazwani. She'll just listen to us.
Okay.
All right, what's your name?
My name is Muhammad Helmi Safiuddin, and you can call me Helmi.
All right, and what's your name?
My name is Nurain Farhana Alia, but you can just call me Ain.
All right, thank you. Helmi, where do you live?
I live in the Sabingira Putra.
Okay, and you, Ain, where do you live?
I live in Precinct 8 Putrajaya.
All right. Now I'm going to ask you about your daily routine. I'll start with Helmi. What do you normally do after you wake up?
I read a novel and I also watch some television show.
Okay. Ain, what do you usually do after coming back from school?
I usually stay at school most of the time, either doing my chores as a librarian or studying.
Okay. Helmi, how do you spend your leisure time?
I play games with my family and friends, and I also study with them.
All right. Ain, what do you do on weekends?
I would usually go out with my family to places or go shopping with them.
Okay. Thank you. In this part of the test, I'm going to give each of you a topic, and I'd like you to talk about it on your own for about a minute. You also need to answer a question briefly about your partner's topic. Hilmi, it's your turn first. Here's your task. I'd like you to talk about a holiday trip you had. First, you have some time to think about what you're going to say. All right? All right, you may start now.
At the last holiday trip, I go with my family. Me and my family went to Perak, go going to the amusement park at Lost World Tambun. We go there and playing some games and enjoy some rides like roller coaster, skyfalling, uh, and also water slide. We also buy some merchandise like T-shirt, fresh magnet, and also keychain. And that is the best day of my life.
Okay, thank you. Ain,
Yes.
where would you like to go for a holiday?
I would like to go to Sarawak because I've heard that Sarawak has many historical places and the food there is very delicious.
Thank you. Can I have the booklet, please?
Yes.
Now, Ain, here's your task. I'd like you to talk about a birthday present. First, you have some time to think about what you're going to say. All right? You may start now.
A birthday present that I've received just recently is from my brother during my 16th birthday. So he bought me a cooking pot because he wanted me to cook more for him as he felt that my cooking was very good. And even though the present was a bit out of the norm for someone to receive, I feel happy that he gave it to me.
Thank you. Helmi, what would you like to have as your birthday present?
I would like to have a new console so I can play with my family and friends and enjoy life.
Thank you. Can I have the booklet, please?
Yes.
Now, I'd like you to talk about something together for about 3 minutes.
Okay.
The task will have 2 parts. In the first part, you will be discussing something with each other for about 2 minutes. Then, in the second part, you will have another minute to make a decision together. All right?
Okay.
Let's begin with the discussion task. Nowadays, people are aware of the importance of leading a healthy lifestyle. Here are some ways how people can live healthily and a question for you to discuss. First, you have some time to look at the task.
Okay. I'd like to do this one and this one. So I think you can do.
Okay, I'll do these 3.
Yeah.
So we have to agree on something. So shall we agree on exercising?
Yeah, I would like to do exercising.
Okay.
Okay.
So exercising is our main point.
Okay. You will start first, okay?
All right? Now, talk to each other about the ways to practice a healthy lifestyle.
So, in my opinion, I think one of the ways we can practice a healthy lifestyle is by having a balanced diet. Because once we take care of our food intake, we can manage to lead a healthier lifestyle.
We also need to drink water to stay hydrated and to make our body feel energized. And how about exercising?
So, exercising plays a crucial role in our healthy lifestyle because we need to get out the toxins that are inside our body, and by exercising we can do just that. And it can also help manage stress. Care to explain?
So if we exercise, we can manage our stress and makes our body more calmer and more energetic at the next day.
And we also need to have enough sleep because rest is important. The most that we can sleep is about 8 hours a day, which is enough for us to re-energize our bodies.
And we also need to have time to relax, enjoying ourselves, and try to do something more more
Something calming, you say.
also relax, and we also need to relax to make ourselves calmer when we're facing through another challenges or something.
All right, thank you. Now, you have a minute to discuss and decide together which of these is the most important way.
I think exercise is the most important way. Do you agree with that?
Yes, I agree that exercising is the most important way. Because exercising, we can do it almost every day. There's nothing that can stop us from exercising most of the time. We can just save a bit of time and we can exercise. We agree with that.
Yes, I agree with that.
Okay. Thank you so much. Can I have the booklet, please?
Yes.
All right. Thank you, Ain. Thank you, Helmi. That's the end of the speaking test.
Okay, thank you.
Good morning. I'm Puan Alawiyah, and this is my colleague, Puan Nur Shazwani. She'll just listen to us. What's your name?
My name is Farid.
Okay, and what about you? What's your name?
My name Muhammad Farhad.
All right, thank you. Farid, where do you live?
I live Putrajaya Persin 9.
Okay, and Farhan, where do you live?
I live at Dengkil.
All right. Now I'm going to ask you about your daily routine. Farid, what do you normally do after you wake up?
After I wake up, I wash my face. And that's it.
Okay. Farhan, what do you normally do after you wake up?
I wash my face and take a shower.
All right. Farid, what do you usually do after coming back from school?
Coming back of school, I think I just sleep, and before I sleep, I wash my face again.
Okay, thank you. And Farhan, what do you do on weekends?
On weekend, I will play football at the evening.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Okay.
In this part of the test, I'm going to give each of you a topic, and I'd like you to talk about it on your own for about a minute. You also need to answer a question briefly about your partner's topic. Farid, it's your turn first. Here's your task. I'd like you to talk about a family celebration you had recently. First, you have some time to think about what you're going to say. All right?
Okay.
You may start now.
Okay, family celebration. Celebration event. I think family celebration I can do event like happy birthday, celebrate the happy birthday. For example, I do the celebrate my sister happy birthday, and who were there? Have my brother, have my sister, have my father, my mother, and my sister. Then I singing the song like happy birthday to you, like that. And then I enjoy with myself because when we celebrate together with our family, we can make a strong relationship between us.
Thank you.
That's it.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right. Farhan, what was the last celebration you had?
I went to Vietnam with my father.
Okay. Did you have a good time?
Yes.
All right. Thank you. Can I have the booklet, please?
Okay.
Now, Farhan, here's your task. I'd like you to talk about a person you admire. First, you have some time to think about what you're going to say. Okay? You may start now.
The most person that I admire is Cristiano Ronaldo. He look like he has a mustache, curly hair, and looks so handsome. And I admire his because he pro playing football, pro dribbling, then can score goal from any side. I like to see his at stadium, and I hope I can get a photo with her. Okay, that's all.
Okay, thank you. Farid, who do you admire?
Admire. I don't understand what I mean.
Who do you like?
Oh, okay. I like my sister
Why?
because my sister good in education, and she good in sport. She playing at Sukma like that.
All right, thank you so much. Can I have the booklet, please?
Thank you.
Now, I'd like you to talk about something together for about 3 minutes. The task will have 2 parts. In the first part, you will discuss something with each other for about 2 minutes. Then, in the second part, you will have another minute to make a decision together. All right?
All right.
Now, let's begin with the discussion task. All right? Online shopping is gaining popularity in our country. All right? Here are some reasons why people shop online and a question for you to discuss. First, you have some time to look at the task. Okay?
Okay.
Right. Now, talk to each other, okay, about the reasons why people shop online.
Okay, I start first.
Okay. It's okay.
Okay, the first reason why people shop online is because it's a better prices. If we shop online, it's more cheaper than you go to the shopping mall and buy at there. And reason 2 is time saving. Shop online will make you cut off your time, no need to go outside to buy something else. No stuck in the jam. Okay.
Okay, I agree with your point, better price and time saving. So my point for why people shop online. Okay, why people shop online? My opinion is convenience, convenient,
Convenient.
convenient. Sorry, convenient. Okay, why the convenient? Because when we buy at the shopping online, we easy to take the order, and we can to take a queue. Then we go to the shop at the street. We need to take a queue so long. And then when we shop and why people shop online, because follow the trend, because in the shop online like Shopee, like Zalora, like that, this web always follow the trend, like shirt, shoe. And then the last point you can is that.
The last point is wide variety. If shopping online, you can search all of the thing you want. It's many various of type you want.
Okay.
For the
All right.
Wait.
Thank you. All right. Now, thank you.
Okay.
All right. You have about a minute to discuss and decide together which is the most popular reason people shop online.
Which one? Tapi dia cakap tu.
You have to sit.
Dia kena cakap.
Ya.
What is your decision, please?
Okay.
Our
decision is time saving. Because time saving, like I said, it will short your time. You don't need to go outside. Just open your phone and open the app you want to buy. Then buy, and the postman will send it to your home in few days.
All right. Thank you so much. Can I have the booklet, please?
Okay. Thank you.
All right. That's the end of the speaking test. Thank you, Farid. Thank you, Farhan. Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm Puan Alawiyah, and this is my colleague, Puan Nosha Zwani. She'll just listen to us. What's your name?
My name is Muhammad Anas Rizki.
Okay. And what about you? What's your name?
My name is Tanisha Rampal.
All right. Anas,
Yes.
where do you live?
I live in Precinct 11, Putrajaya.
And you, Tanisha?
I live in Precinct 8, Putrajaya.
Anas, how do you come to school every day?
I come to school with my mother.
And you, Tanisha?
I walk to school.
Okay. Now I'm going to ask you about your daily routine.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to start with Anas.
Yes.
What do you normally do after you wake up?
I brush my teeth, and then I went to pray, the Subuh prayer. And it depends. If it is a school day, I'll get prepared to school, I'll take my shower, and also I'll get my breakfast. But in the weekends, I will just go back to sleep.
What do you normally do after you wake up, Tanisha?
Usually when I wake up, I will go brush my teeth, wash my face, take a bath as usual. And on school days, I would have my breakfast early, get ready for school, then go to school. But if it was on the weekends, I would usually have my breakfast, and then I would play outside for a while.
Okay. Anas,
Yes.
what do you usually do after coming back from school?
It depends. If it is on Mondays and Tuesdays, I will usually have tuition classes from 6 to 8. But if it on Wednesdays and Fridays, I will just go to the field and play with my friends.
Okay. Tanisha, what do you do on weekends?
On weekends, usually I would play outside with my siblings and my father. We will play sports usually. And if we're not playing sports during the evening time, I have tuition classes.
Okay. In this part of the test, I'm going to give each of you a topic.
Okay.
And I'd like you to talk about it on your own for about a minute.
Okay.
You also need to answer a question briefly about your partner's topic. Anas,
Yes.
it's your turn first. Here's your task.
Okay.
I'd like you to talk about a family celebration you had recently. First, you have some time to think about what you're going to say.
Okay.
All right?
Alright.
You may start now.
Last holiday, I went back to Jakarta, Indonesia. We are having our annual family gathering. It was in my house, Jakarta, Indonesia. Over there are my families, my relatives, my friends, all of them in one place. We do many activities together, from dancing. We also had food together, we eat together, we sleep together, we watch movies together. And yes, I enjoy myself over there.
Okay. Thank you. Tanisha,
Yes.
what was the last celebration you had?
The last celebration I had was my dad's 45th birthday. That was last week.
How did you have a good time?
Yes, I had a very good time with all my family.
Thank you. Can I have the booklet, please?
Yes.
Now, Tanisha, here's your task. I'd like you to talk about a person you admire. First, you have some time to think about what you're going to say. All right, you may start now.
The person that I admire is my father. My father is a well-known professor in University of Malaya. I admire him because of many reasons. For example, he has been to many reputable universities, and he has also given many lectures in conferences. Other than that, my father is also a very strong and independent man. He is the one who has taught me to become independent and not rely on other people. My father has also taught me kindness and compassion, and he is one of the reasons that I have become the person that I am today. I am very grateful for my father, and I admire him very much.
Thank you, Tanisha. Anas, who do you admire?
The person that I admire the most is Dr. Mahathir Mohamad, because although he's old, he can still rule Malaysia as it is now.
Thank you. Can I have the booklet, please? Now, I'd like you to talk about something together for about 3 minutes. The task will have 2 parts. In the first part, you will discuss something with each other for about 2 minutes. Then in the second part, you will have another minute to make a decision together.
Okay.
All right. Let's begin with the discussion task. Online shopping is gaining popularity in our country. All right, here are some reasons why people shop online and a question for you to discuss. First, you have some time to look at the task.
Okay. So time saving is maybe one of the main reasons why people shop online right now, because it saves time, it also helps us more surfing.
How about this? I'll talk about this.
Yeah.
This and that.
Yeah,
Are you
sure.
okay with that?
I think we should talk about convenience too.
Okay.
I can tell about the petrol prices and also no crowds.
So I'll talk about convenience.
Yeah, what
variety
variety
for
and for the
trend.
trend. Sure.
Okay. Now, talk to each other about the reasons why people shop online.
So my opinion, why people shop online right now? Because firstly, it's saving time. Usually when we go to the mall, we will go store by store and we will survey the product first before we buy, right?
Yes.
So if we look at the online shopping, for example, Lazada or Grab, for example, we can save time right there because we just search it, buy it, and yeah, we'll get it.
Yeah, I agree.
Yes.
In addition to that, I see when you shop online, you can find a much more wider variety of products
True.
compared to in the store.
Yeah.
Like in the store, you may only find 2 pairs of shirts,
Mhm.
but online you'll have many pairs and in different kind of shapes and sizes.
True, because not all online shopping is from Malaysia. They're from USA also, so we can get some stuffs from USA instead of Malaysia. So other than that, online shopping had offered better prices rather than the shoppings in the mall. Rather than shops in the mall.
Yes, I agree. And furthermore, it is also very convenient. As you said, we can also access products from around the world.
Yes,
And when we shop online, we don't have to go to other countries to get those products.
true.
We can buy them from the comfort of our own.
Yes,
Moreover, we can also follow the trend of online shopping from the comfort of our own home.
I agree with that. Also, if we follow the trend, so if many people shop online, the roads will be empty, and also the traffic jams in Malaysia will be reduced, making Malaysia one of the most least jammed countries in the world.
Yes, I agree.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Now, you have about a minute to discuss and decide together which is the most popular reason people shop online.
So my opinion, it is time saving because, as I said, if you go to the mall, it will be jammed in the roads, and also we will have lesser time seeing products.
I agree, but I also think that convenience is a big reason.
And why is that?
Because it is very convenient to shop from online because we can just stay in our homes. We don't have to go outside. We can just stay in our homes.
Sure. Okay, so to our opinion, people shop online right now because it's much more convenient than we go to the mall.
Okay, thank you. Can I have the booklet, please?
Yes.
That's the end of the speaking test. Thank you, Tanisha. Thank you, Anas.
Thank
you.
Good morning. I'm Puan Sarlina, and this is my colleague, Puan Nur Eliza. She'll just listen to us. First of all, we'd like to know something about you. What's your name?
My name is Aminah Nur Khadijah binti Haizan. You can call me Aminah.
Thank you. And what's your name?
My name is Alia Kila, but you can call me Alia.
Thank you. Aminah, where do you live?
I live in Section 9 Bandar Perupangi.
Alia, how do you come to school?
I walk to school every morning.
Thank you. Now, I'm going to ask you about your daily routine. Aminah, what do you normally do after you wake up?
Every morning, I wake up and get ready for school. I will take a bath and iron my uniform, and then I will wait for my bus.
Alia, what do you usually do after coming back from school?
I usually get ready and have lunch and then do my chores.
Aminah, how do you spend your leisure time?
There are several activities I do. Sometimes I spend it by watching TV with my family, or I do my homework, or I will spend it watching YouTube videos on my phone.
Alia, what do you do on weekends?
I usually spend my time dividing myself between doing chores and also doing my homework, finishing up.
Thank you. In this part of the test, I'm going to give each of you a topic, and I'd like you to talk about it on your own for about a minute. You also need to answer a question briefly about your partner's topic. Aminah, It's your turn first. Here's your task. I'd like you to talk about a family celebration you had recently. First, you have some time to think about what you're going to say. All right, you may start now.
In my the family celebration I just had recently was actually Eid Mubarak, which was last May. What I did there was we cooked nasi dagang with the whole family. We talked together, and we also took some pictures. I did enjoy myself there because I love being with my family. And for me, family celebrations are important in Malaysia because family bonds are everything after all. And I think that family need to get to know each other better and get used to each other.
Thank you. Alia, what was the last celebration you had? Did you have a good time? Why?
The last time I had a celebration was actually my birthday. Me and my family had dinner at one of my favorite restaurants, and I enjoyed myself because I was able to indulge myself in small chats with my family.
Thank you. Amina, can I have the booklet, please? Now, Alia, here's your task. I'd like you to talk about a person you admire. First, you have some time to think about what you're going to say. All right, you may start now.
The person I admire is my mother. I think that she is a very responsible and a very hardworking person, and I find that I can rely myself on her a lot because she knows a lot of things about topics. And I also think it is important for people to have a good role model in order for people to learn and to have better character and better growth for themselves to expand into their life.
Thank you. Amina, who do you admire?
The person I admire is actually Kim Namjoon, or also known as RM from the group BTS. I admire him because he has a really good sense of leadership, and I love how caring he is for when he taking care of his members, and that inspired me a lot.
Thank you. Alia, can I have the booklet, please? Online shopping is gaining popularity in our country. Here are some reasons why people shop online and a question for you to discuss. First, you have some time to look at the task.
This one. Okay. And we will talk. I will go in between. Okay. I will go first with this one. I'll go first with this one.
Now, talk to each other about the reasons why people shop online.
Okay, I will go first. So the first reason why people shop online is because it is a time saver. You don't have to go outside and go to shops or malls. You can just easily sit at your home and pull out your phones. And it's really just at the tip of your finger.
Besides that, no crowds is also a big factor in why people shop online. People tend to like to go hassle-free without having to bump into other people, and maybe even lessen the amount of time you have to wait for the product.
Yes, I agree with that. Other points I can say is items at on online, items on online are at better prices. So I think people are attracted to things that are at reasonable price.
And other than that, actually, also because online shopping has a wide variety of items, so people can access themselves to different types of things that they want specifically.
Another point I'd like to add is it is very convenient because, as I said before, you don't have to dress up and go out to malls. You just have to stay at your home and pull out your phones and you just shop anything you want.
And lastly, online shopping really helps follow the trend because the website is able to recommend items that are in season.
Thank you. Now you have about a minute to decide together which is the most popular reason people shop online.
In my opinion, the reason why people shop online because it is time saving, because it is actually important for people who have works in their daily life, and if they're busy, they don't have to go outside to buy the things they want. So it is very time saving for them to just shop on their phones.
What do you think about convenience though? I think convenience does play a big impact on people shopping, because with shopping online, you don't have to even step outside of your house.
Yes, I actually do agree to that.
So I think we both agree that people shop online mainly because of its convenience.
Thank you. Can I have the booklet, please? In what ways does advertising on social media influence people buying behavior?
In my opinion, I think a lot of people find social media as a platform to shop online because platforms like Instagram and Twitter, they often showcase big names like celebrities like Kylie Jenner and everything. And when Kylie Jenner buys a specific product, it helps prompt her audience to be interested in it.
Yes, I do agree with Alia, but I would like to add another point. Nowadays, there are a method of advertising called sponsoring. It's where brands such as makeup brand Maybelline, where they sponsored celebrities or endorsers or influencers, and therefore it can attract their fans and audiences to buy the product that they sponsored.
Thank you, Amina and Alia. That's the end of the speaking test.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching this video, and hopefully with my explanation and also the sample videos, you'll be able to understand how speaking test or assessment is done for the new SPM format. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. It is called Educator Omni Tube. I'm Madam Gan, signing off. Bye bye.